So the Sun on Demand is what we call our product, and our company is Azentive, and that's a Zen initiative, which was thought up by our founder, Kat Donnelly. And our goal is healthy profits, healthy people, healthy places, healthy planet. And that's our goal. So we've finally been able to get the sun indoors. And in order to do that, I'm not going to go through these sort of pitching for money scenario. So I'm going to jump right to what is it? So the sunlight, we're getting full electromagnetic spectrum. So if you look at the yellow line here, you're going to see that sunlight. Our light is superimposed on that. So you can see we're extremely close to sunlight. And it's so full electromagnetic spectrum. And that allows you to do some very unique things. And a best example is to actually show you, now we're doing, obviously, we've tried an indoor ag. It's an extremely hard industry to tap into because people like Cargill and Monsanto and very large corporations control it. So the cannabis industry, and especially a lot of the power companies, utilities, came to us because there's a significant amount of use. I think it's now 7 to 8% of our electrical use is going into indoor cannabis growing, and it's of the legal cannabis in California, 80% is indoors. So here's a place in Oakland, California, where we replaced 66,000 watts of energy with 22,000 watts. So we're significantly more efficient than the LED that everybody's pushing as being the savior. And you can see the quality of the light is different. You get 50% of it is heat. The other 50% is light. With us, it's about 75% is light to 25% into the, so extremely different kind of light. So the customer really opted for ours. Now, food, as we all know, is medicine, and the healthiest, most profitable and nutrient-dense foods are nourished with sunlight and living soil. We know that because we know grandma's garden. If you can remember back to aunt or grandma or your or family garden, the fruit and vegetable you got there is what you want out of a grocery store, and we don't get that. So with the technology that we've developed, we're expressing the plant full genetic profile, meaning that it isn't some similar plant, but exactly what nature developed. And we're getting very high quality food and very high healing plants. So we can grow anytime, anywhere. And so this is where the food security part comes in. So we can grow locally and not have to ship it in and truck it in. If you know, Vegas ships in about $1.5 million worth of food, of produce every day, of which 70% is spoiled by the time it gets there. And so that's just a total waste. So you should be able to grow local. So it's very efficient. And our company is wellness, sustainability, and technology. We came from an energy space, doing large community-based programs. Our largest, one of the largest one, we did the entire city of Charlotte, North Carolina, and we saved energy in less than 18 months of 6% across that, a significant. And then now through diffusion, through putting it into public-private partnerships and into a nonprofit, we're at 21% today from that same program. So these are behavior programs. This is intrinsic value type programs that we put into play. So we are always, like I said, looking at healthy profit, holistic wellness, sustainability, biomimicry, and very collective action to grow organically. We have a very large group of experts that are on our board, an advisory board. And of course, the most important one is our strategic alliance with Mother Nature. We have an issue right now of feeding people. You have 10 billion people by 2050 and requires about 70% increase in food production. And obviously a reduction in waste. Our topsoil levels are in plummeting. And we have a massive expansion in indoor ag is required. But most facilities now, including indoor vertical farming is losing about 78% of that business loses money every year. So these numbers, I think you can read for yourself. 50% are indoor farmers in that, very low yield. There's a projected near-term indoor ag growth, and we know that the lighting industry where we are is also growing very fast as more and more people go indoors. So why are we doing it? It's healthy people profits, like we said, but we're also plant and human centric. And this is where Sean comes in. We're now developing one where the plant is centric to our process and technology, that it controls the grow rather than us trying to guess what it should do. So we're creating a completely closed loop. We're looking at VPD, everything the plant really is looking for in a very organic way. And just for the sake of time, we're looking at initially, after we look at the plant, we look at who are we delivering it to? Is it patients? Is it people? Is that? And so we go ahead and do that as well and work towards that. So it's true sunlight from UV all the way to infrared. In fact, we have one model that will inactivate coronavirus. We can do it in a very large room and coverage. It's not like some of the other technologies like LED, which you only have very close by, sometimes 10 to 12 inches away. You can see from the coverage up here, go back, that it covers a lot of space in one light. So one light is covering anywhere between 100 to 150 square feet of pure sunlight. So let me think here. What else can we go to? So I don't want to go into some of the more asking for money mode, and where we are in the stages. But what I do want to show you is, let me go back a little bit here. Yeah. So we try to find strategic collaborations. That's our goal. Because we don't have the bandwidth as a company to be a GE or something like that. And there are a significant amount of areas where the technology can work. Everything from cruise ship waiting areas to airlines waiting areas, to doing algae, to commercial buildings so that people can come back to work, to movie industry. There's a variety of places where pure sunlight is very necessary. So I think I'm going to stop there and really ask if there's any questions.